and welcome to The Singing Life. I'm Alexis, I'm a professional singer from Scotland, and I originally created this blog to help aspiring and professional singers follow their dreams. However, this was pre-COVID, and since then the creative industries have changed a lot. So in this video, I want to talk a little bit about my experience through the pandemic and how it has affected me as a singer. People in the arts have suffered so much in the last 7 months. Who would have thought our lives would change so drastically in such a short space of time? It's madness. When the lockdown came into effect, lots of creatives used this to their advantage. Many people used their spare time during the lockdown to make videos, write songs, and really expand their online presence. It was amazing to see how many people let their creative sides flourish during the lockdown. However, for some people, this wasn't the case. So today I want to share my experience in the hope that someone can relate. Alright, let's start with our pre-COVID lives. What were you doing before the pandemic hit? When the pandemic hit, I was in Israel doing a short-term hotel contract with a band from Scotland. It's kind of crazy because on our second last night there, they started to lock down and we actually ended up on the Israeli news, which is quite funny. I might make a separate video about that because, yeah, I guess that's kind of interesting. But besides that, I had a lot more going for me. So I was in the process of starting my online entertainment agency, which is something I've wanted to do for years. I was finding artists to put on the books, and I was in the process of building my website. I was also due to start a new production vocalist job for a really big company, and this job would have allowed me to save a lot of money, so I'm still proper gutted that that didn't go ahead. Looking back now, I was actually in a really good position and I didn't realise how lucky I was. I never thought it was enough and I always wanted more. But now, looking back, I can definitely see that I was in a good place back then. So when the lockdown happened, all of my dreams came crashing down. Lots of people told me, your new job isn't going to go ahead. I was really upset by that and I just felt like I had no motivation to do anything. I had a huge list of things that I wanted to do and I had all the time in the world to do them, but I just couldn't bring myself to. There are so many things I could have done during the lockdown, such as film some singing videos or film some singing tutorial videos. I could have even set up my PA system in the garden to put on a performance for my neighbours. I also could have continued with this delightful blog, which I'm sure would have helped me connect with a lot more singers, and I could have continued working on my entertainment agency website. There are so many things I could have done, but I didn't. Oh, anyway, there's no point in saying I should have done this, I should have done that, because I can't change the past now, can I? I can only think about what I'm going to do in the future, which is create and sing and lots of things. Woo! But anyway, that wasn't the point of what I was saying. The point was that I saw so many other creatives posting videos and songs and stuff, and every time I saw, I would think, I want to make a video, I want to post things, I want to expand my social media presence, I want to do all of these things, but it's as if I had a knot in my stomach that was like twisting every time, and every time I wanted to do something it was just twisting tighter, forcing me to sit down doing absolutely nothing. It's weird. I mean, yeah, I did have motivation, but something got in the way of it and I don't understand. But anyway, when the lockdown hit, I moved in with my friend in my hometown because I was really worried about paying for my rent when I had no work. I helped with gardening, I began cycling, I even learned a couple songs on the keyboard, but I just couldn't do anything singing related. Even though I had such a long list of things that I wanted to do. I really needed to find a job during the lockdown, so I got a job as a contact tracer, which was an absolute joke, but we won't go into detail on that. Shortly afterwards, I got the bad news that my production contract was not going ahead. Initially, I was told that it was just going to be delayed and that I would still get to go, but eventually they said, look, it's just not viable. I got really upset and I decided to message my old boss in Spain and see if she was going to be operating her business this year. Luckily she was, and one of her cast members dropped out due to the pandemic, so I got to go and work for her again. I was so excited to start performing again, and I felt like this could have been life returning to normal. However, it wasn't. Shortly after our rehearsal period, more restrictions came into place, which meant that lots of our hotels and venues began cancelling the shows. So our boss was left with no other option than to send us home or to change our contract to a paid per show basis. Now, I desperately wanted to stay in sunny Spain performing and doing what I love, so I decided to stay and accept the new terms. However, after a couple of weeks, even more restrictions came into place and it just became no longer viable. So after 6 weeks of being in Spain, I ended up back in the UK, quarantining, looking for a job and a place to live. I moved back to Edinburgh. I got a job working for a bank. I feel very lucky and grateful to have a job right now. However, it's not what I want to do forever. Lately, there's been a lot of things in the news and on social media regarding the idea of performers retraining. I'll discuss the idea of retraining in further detail in another video, because that has to be done. All of this negativity regarding the arts on social media has really pushed me to think, am I really content? What can I be doing right now to benefit my creative side whilst it is being, in a way, suppressed? Well, the answer is I can make videos and I can continue with my blog. I can start doing online singing lessons in video form and more. So please do subscribe and look out for my videos, because I'm going to make them for sure this time. Also, I'd really like to hear your experiences through the pandemic. How was your productivity affected? Please do write in the comments below or reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram at The Singing Life blog. Please also check out my website, thesinginglife.com. I'll put some links in the description below. At the end of the day, we're all in this together, creative or not. I don't know a single person who hasn't been affected by this pandemic. That's all from me for now. Thank you very much for watching, and please do subscribe.